everyone, welcome to today's yoga class with me, Emilee. Today we're going to do a Vinyasa flow. I would like to begin the class a little bit slowly. We're going to be honoring ourselves and checking in. Of course, this is my own perception of what I need to do for myself today in my practice. So if you feel like you need more of an energetic flow or something else, I encourage you to go and choose a different video to watch today. But I will be working up into some stronger flow. Probably getting a little bit of a sweat on. At least that's with the temperature here. But it is the full moon in Aries, and this energy can be powerful for some of us, and depending on our karma and what we work through, what we're currently working through, we're all going to be experiencing different things at this time. So I just wanted to offer this class today, as well as take a breather for myself. I've already had a very powerful morning. I hosted my first study group for my Vinyasa practice school, and I still have a lot of residual anxiety and vibration from that I just really needed to get on the mat and honor myself and ground into that experience that I had, because it was an entirely new experience for myself and an empowering part of my journey to really step out of my comfort zone, as well as being confident and believing in myself. So I invite you to grab blocks, blanket. If you have a bolster or a big comfy pillow, we can incorporate that later. A strap if you use it, but any props or tools you like to have in your practice. I do have my flower of therapy cards, and I thought it would be nice to draw a card today. I am going to have us start in Shavasana. So go ahead and grab what you need and meet me on your mat. And go ahead and start in Shavasana. You can lie flat on your back, feet hip distance apart, and allow your feet and your knees to fall naturally open. Broaden to the back of your shoulders, really press into the floor with your shoulders. You can have your palms facing up if you want a little bit more energy. If you'd like to ground a little bit more into the beginning of class, go ahead and place your palms flat on the earth. Allow your breath to be normal. And you can have your eyes closed, or you can find a drishti or gaze off the tip of your nose. Just tuning into your body here, scanning. You can scan your body from your feet all the way to the top of your head, just at your own pace. I'm just going to draw a card while you enjoy a few moments of lying here, connecting to yourself, connecting to your breath, and perhaps setting an intention for today's class, or the next period, next few months. It's the first day of October. So I know that this card, this is geared towards myself in this practice, so I invite you to just tune out everything I say about this. If it's not resonating, or you don't want to pick up on it, it's totally fine. But I drew this card, this exact same card. I only drew one earlier today before I led that study group. And the card says, "Become the true you. Show the world who you really are and what you were born to do." So I'll just come and show the card. And it's really significant. One is that when you're drawing angel and oracle cards, that they'll keep repeating themselves, or a card will pop up, but like this is obviously the message for today. Like you saw how well I shuffled this card. You weren't here earlier when I drew the first card for myself, but you saw me draw it again. So become the true you. So I really feel in myself that's powerful. Just keep talking about my study group, but the fact that I showed up today, I did this study group. I had technical difficulties logging in. I almost just like wanted to check out of my body and cry. And and also, if I did pretty well with the questions. I did have like a question that I wasn't too sure of the answer, but when it came to speaking from my soul, I felt like really aligned and really great in giving those answers and guidance. And you know, perhaps that's what the card is letting me know, is like that's who you truly are, and it's time to step into that power, into that part of yourself. So that's where I'm at today, and I just like to share my experience, what I'm going through, and if that resonates with you, beautiful, I'm happy, but also if you'd like to take that card and become the true you and utilize that verbiage for yourself, the affirmation for yourself, I invite you to do that for yourself. So how can you show up today to be closer to who you are? How can you become the truest version of yourself today? So if you like to use that as your intention today, go ahead and tap into that. All right, everyone. Go ahead and grab your knees, hug them into your chest, and slowly roll onto one side and work your way into a seated position. Joining me in a seated position. I invite you to always drink water in the class if you need. I'm just really thirsty, maybe because I talked a lot this morning already. But let's start grounding through our sits bones. I have my legs just crisscross. My right foot is on top of my left leg, but however you like to sit comfortably, go ahead and do that. Maybe find subtle movements working through your body. We scanned our body a little bit in Shavasana, but let's find some organic movements. Moving side to side. Find a sway, find a dance. If you have a rhythm in your head. And incorporating some movement of the neck. You're welcome to find stillness. And just circle with the neck, or half circles, depending on your own anatomy and previous experiences or injury. You'll find your mobility. It doesn't feel good for me to go in a full circle. I get crunches, so I'm just moving a little bit. And let's come back to center. Reach our crown nice and tall. Roll your shoulders down and away. Draw your belly button to your spine and activate your pelvic floor. And let's hold this foundation and bring our attention to our breath. As we inhale, we want to fill up our belly and our rib cage. And as we exhale, find a slight restriction in the back of your throat. Exhaling through the nose, making sort of an oceanic sound. You can do this at the count of 3. Counting in your head for 1, 2, 3 for your inhale, and then as you exhale, 1, 2, 3, inhaling. Exhale, Ujjayi breath. Trying to pull your navel to your spine as you exhale, feeling really engaged, active. Let's do it one more time. Inhale for 1, 2, 3. Exhale, Ujjayi. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. Inhale our arms to the sky. And exhale, just allow the hands to float back towards the earth. Feel the energy on your palms. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, feel the energy. Feel your hands cut through the air like butter. Inhale. Exhale. Syncing your movement with your breath. Inhale to center, and this time exhale, twist to your right. Gaze over your right shoulder. Take a breath here and hold. As you exhale, twist a little deeper. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Take a breath. Exhale, twist. Inhale to center. Right side. Breath before movement. Exhale to twist. Inhale to center. Exhale to twist. Left side. Inhale to center. Exhale, release the hands. Uncross your legs if they are and bring your feet. Press the palms and the heels of your feet together. Open your knees to the sides of the mat for a butterfly. Another option is to add some support. If you have some rolled up blankets or blocks, anything you'd like to support your knees here. Giving your knees some lift. Finding your ultimate comfort. Our goal is not pain. Inhale. Exhale, reach the hands forward. You can drop your forearms to the earth. You can stay raised on the tips of your fingers. If you're raised, present your heart. On our inhales, we find length. And as we exhale, we deepen our experience. Breathing into your sensation. Inhale, press up to your hands if you're not there. And exhale, back to center. Beautiful. Walk your left leg out to the side. Keep your right foot hugged into that inner left leg. Setting yourself up here, reaching your crown towards the ceiling. You can have a good bend in your left knee if that feels good for you. Or straighten it. Inhale, arms up. We're going to exhale, twist towards that left foot, flexing your left foot and reaching towards the toes. We can have our hands resting on our shin. We can have a block in front of our leg and grab onto the block. Just feel which level or variation of this pose feels great for you. Feel into your sensations and honor your body. This is your practice, and this is mine. Beauty of this is to practice together, allowing my cues and poses to be suggestions, but just honoring your own practice. Inhale for length and exhale to fold into the pose. One more breath up here, round of breath here. Inhale, release your hands and come back to center. Exhale, allow your hands to rest as we alternate our legs. Extending through the right leg, setting up your props, taking the bend that we need. Walking on to our sits bones, removing the flesh. Inhale, arms to sky. Exhale, pivot to the right, flex your right foot and hinge over. Pour over that right leg. You can have your block here or something closer to grab. Breathe into the sensations and notice any changes, anything that's similar or different from one side to the next. And inhaling, coming back to center. Exhale, release your hands. Go ahead and shake out your legs. Shake out your body. We can swing our legs underneath us and come into a tabletop. For our tabletop, we like to set up the foundation with our palms flat on the earth. Stacked, our shoulders are stacked over our wrists. Knees are hip distance apart and right under our hips. Tops of feet are flat on the mat. Allow your shoulders to roll down your back. Allow a natural curve in the lumbar spine. Draw your belly button in. Hold here as we breathe, sinking back into our breath. And as we inhale, we're going to drop our belly and reach our eyes to the top of the room, lifting our chin for cow pose. And on our exhale, we're going to bring our tail forward and arch the top of our back, dropping our head. Working with your breath, inhale. Lower the belly for cow. Gaze to the ceiling and exhale. Belly button to your spine. Connecting your breath with movement. One more round. Inhale back to neutral. Tucking our toes and exhale, sending our hips to the sky for downward facing dog. Pressing into the L's of our hands, rolling the shoulders open, broadening through the back of the shoulders, reaching your heels towards the back of the room. You can have a block under your wrist for more support here. Micro bend your elbows if you hyperextend. You can walk your dog, pedal through the feet. Feeling some sensation in my left elbow, so I am just going to honor the blocks here. If you do hyperextend, you do have the possibility of developing like a tennis elbow from too much hyperextension and downward dog and other poses. Finding your stillness, looking forward, stepping towards the front of the mat. Forward fold. Press through the feet as we inhale, reverse our arms to the sky, and exhale, hands to heart center. I'm going to shake out my arms, feeling a little bit of sensation in the elbow now. Grounding through our feet, rocking back and forth, rolling through the arches. Draw your navel to your spine and activate that lower pelvis and the pelvis floor. Knit your rib cage together and feel this activation in the front of the body. Ground through the four corners of your feet and micro bend your knees, energetically lifting them towards the ceiling. Palms face the front of the room. Inhale, arms to sky, and exhale, pour forward. Inhale, present your heart, finding a flat back. Exhale, stepping back into a high plank, lower your knees to the ground and lower all the way to the earth. Pressing through the hands, lifting the chest and the chin, baby cobra, tucking the toes, and exhale back into your downward facing dog. We're going to walk through one more sun salutation. Inhale, step hopper, float forward. Present your heart. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, press your feet and step back. You can find your chaturanga or do the modified version in the beginning. Taking cobra or upward facing dog and meeting in downward facing dog. Coming onto our toes, looking forward, step hopper, float to the front of your mat. Present your heart. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reverse swan. And exhale, Tadasana. Beautiful. Ground to the left foot and send your right foot back. We're going to come into a warrior two. You want to stand about 4 feet apart, but you can narrow or widen your stance as you need. Also, the distance between your feet. Your back foot is 45 degrees, toes pointed towards the right corner of the room. Feeling into my pelvis here. Our left knee is bent and stacked over our left ankle. Arms are long, gaze is on the left toe, fingers, the front of the room. Energetically reaching forward and backwards. And coming forward to extended side angle. Bring your bicep by your ear and feel the line of energy press through the outer edge of your right foot out to the tips of your fingers. Lift through the left side body of the torso. I'm not dumping into the left leg. And reverse your warrior. Inhale, come up. Point your left toe towards the back of the room. Hinge at your hips and fold forward for a wide-legged forward fold. You're welcome to bring a block in front of you here. And rest your hands on the block. Adjust your stance as you need and fold forward. If you'd like to rest your third eye on the block, you can have your hands rest on your ankles or keep them on the earth. You're welcome to stay on our fingertips and keep a flat back. You can walk your right hand to the center and either lift your left arm to the sky or reach your left hand to wrap around your left calf. Walking your left hand towards the center of your mat. Either reach your right arm to the sky or rest it on the right calf. You're welcome to take a bind as well. Just playing around with where you're at in your practice today. Inhaling your right hand back to center. We're going to pivot on our feet and walk towards the back of our mat, framing our right foot and coming up for warrior two on the right side. So lining up your right heel with the arch of your left foot, sink into the right knee. Trying to get our right thigh parallel to the mat, but it's okay if we're not. Extending through the left leg. And coming forward for extended side angle. Starting to feel the energy move, reverse our warrior. Perhaps you're feeling some heat building. And coming back to center, pivot the right foot and come back onto the left. Coming to warrior two on the left side. Straighten through the left leg. We can bring a block to the outside of the left foot or the inside. And hinge forward over the left hip to open up for a triangle. If we have the block of the inside of the foot, that gives us more of a chance to really open up through the heart. And bending through the left knee, coming back up, pivot the feet, bring your block towards the right side, coming to our warrior two right side again, straighten through the right leg, hinge forward, and come to a triangle on the right side. Making sure to lift through the right side body. helping press yourself up. And heel toe your feet together. Move your blocks. I'm going to turn face you so I'm not, my back's not towards you the entire time, but coming in to a goddess squat. Our toes are pointed outwards and our feet are 3 to 4 feet apart. Seeing what feels right for you. Inhale, arms up, straight through the legs, and exhale, squat low. Cactus your arms. Bring your elbows towards the earth and open through the chest. Find a dristier gaze to hold while we're breathing here, working hard. Inhale, press to standing. And exhale, we're going to bring our hands to the earth. Maybe walk your left foot slightly out and rotate on the right foot, coming to a Skandasana. We can bring our left hand to the outside of the mat and reach our right arm to the sky. And exhale to bring your hand to the earth. Use your hands to guide you to lift up and rotate or pivot to the other side. Bring your right arm to the outside of the right mat and lift your left arm to the sky. Let's take a wider stance. Checking in with my body. How is it feeling? Where am I at? And exhale your hand to the earth. Press yourself up. Heel toe your feet even closer and lower your bum towards the earth. If you'd like to have a pillow or a block underneath your sits bones, you're welcome to here as well. Using your elbows to press your knees open, lengthening through the spine. Go ahead and press your hands on the earth and assist yourself in bringing your bum to the earth. Wherever we're at, bringing our feet towards the front of the mat and our bum on the earth. Hug your knees into your chest and we're going to slowly roll onto our back, lowering all the way down. We're going to go into a bridge pose. You have another option here to do a wheel. So if we're in the bridge pose, we're going to walk our heels towards our glutes, allow our palms to rest on the earth and send our hips to the sky. If you'd like to make it a restorative pose, place your block underneath your tailbone. Energetically squeeze your inner thighs together to keep it sort of active and engaged. Allow the back of your neck to rest on the earth. And go ahead and stay here. If you'd like to take wheel, we're going to keep our feet walk towards our glutes. And we're going to walk the tips of our fingers near our shoulders. Coming onto our shoulders, we're going to start to lift up. Lift our belly towards the sky. And honoring that expression, if it's right for you, or coming out if you need. Hug your knees into your chest. And when you're ready, from the wheel or from bridge pose, we're going to come onto the front of the body. Bring our knees underneath us. But you're welcome to have a bolster here if you like. But reach your hands out away from you, coming onto our knees and lowering our heart to the ground, hips to the sky for a puppy pose. You can have your chin or your third eye resting on the earth below you. Or if you want to bring an ear to the mat, just paying attention to your own body and seeing what feels good for you. Breathing here, allowing for opening. And getting active again. Coming up, you can remove your pillow. Kick your feet underneath you. And we're going to come into a boat pose. Lifting your legs off the earth is one option, or keep one foot planted and one foot simply raised. You can release your arms, open through the chest, try not to dump here. You can alternate your feet. Or keep both feet lifted. Doing a little bit of ab work. Coming back to center. Rolling onto your sits bones, hug your knees in, and gently roll onto the earth. Hug your knees into your chest here for a full wind pose. And if you have a strap, I welcome you to utilize it right now. If we don't have a strap, that's perfectly fine. Extend through the right leg. Flex through the right toes. And we can bring our arm to the inside of the left leg and grab our left toe with our peace fingers. From here, we're going to start extending the left leg. If it looks like a half extended half baby, then we stay here. If you want to go kick a little bit more out, you're welcome to. Just practice the levels there. Or if you have a strap, you can place it around the palm of the ball of your left foot and allow opening. You can play with bringing your foot closer over the center or off to the side. Wherever you're at, breathing and noticing the sensations and allowing for opening in your body. very humid in here, but the rain. Wherever you're at, releasing your left foot. Bring it to the earth and slide it down. Bend your right knee and grab your right toe with your peace fingers and start to extend, or keeping a bent knee. Checking in where you're at, or using your block. Oops. And breathing here, keeping both hips on the earth, both shoulders on the earth. And walk your foot out a little bit more if you're strapped, or stay in the center. And then releasing your foot, sending your right foot to the earth. And hug your knees into the chest one more time. Find any subtle movements or roll out through the body in any way that you need. You can go ahead and walk your legs out away from you and reach your hands over your sky, over the sky, or above your head for a good morning stretch. And then exhale, release your hands to the earth, meeting once again in Shavasana, final resting pose. Allow your feet to open up and your knees to open up. Your shoulders are underneath you, your neck is long. Your gaze is either off the tip of your nose or your eyes are closed. Palms are facing downward, up towards the ceiling, your choice. Relax the tension in your jaw, relieve tension between your eyebrows. Release your Ujjayi breathing and be present here and now. We're going to stay the next few minutes in Shavasana. If you have to leave, go ahead and exit. Otherwise, stay here and I will guide us out of Shavasana in just a few moments. You're going to hear the sound of me open the window. I'm going to see if I can get some of the lovely rain music to come in to my video. Deeper, you can probably sound good. And slowly bringing awareness back into your physical body here on the mat. Gently wiggling your toes, wiggling your fingers. Taking time to arrive. Maybe place one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart. Taking a moment to show yourself a moment of appreciation for taking the time to show up for yourself in this practice today. Honoring your being and your wholeness. Let's take a big inhale and a giant exhale to release any pent-up or residual energy from the practice. Inhale. Exhale. Go ahead and do that again if you need, otherwise bend your knees, roll over into a fetal position. Taking the time that you need with the goal of meeting me in a seated position. closing off today's class. You join me with your hands in heart center. Keep your eyes closed so they can be open. And I honor you for showing up today and every day, whether it's in your physical asana practice or your daily life, any other part of your yoga practice. So taking the time to connect to yourself, to practice being the observer without judgments when we can. Namaste, everyone. Thank you for coming and showing up today. Bye.